Hi, I'm Sienna, a freshman in art conservation. I also had a boyfriend, Will, who was a year ahead of me. We worked part-time together at an art museum, which was kinda cute, not gonna lie. The museum was closing for renovations, so I was doing one last inspection. All I had left were the sculptures in the warehouse, but when I checked the list, one statue was missing. I searched everywhere until I found something pushed deep in a corner. I pulled the cloth off and, holy guacamole, it was a statue of a girl. My whole body went cold.
Sienna, you done yet?
Will, look! He turned toward the statue, and his jaw literally dropped.
That's you. That's actually you. This is freaky.
Maybe whoever made this knew something about me, or my real parents. I was abandoned at an orphanage when I was little.
Okay, take a breath. I'll look into it.
He led me into the museum's archive room, and after digging through folders for a bit, we finally found something about the statue. The sculptor! His name is Adam.
He's hosting an auction this weekend. You might get to meet him.
Over the weekend, I showed up at the auction early. From far away, I could already see Mr. Adam surrounded by a swarm of reporters. They were shoving so much, I could barely breathe. Yikes! Suddenly, a gentle hand caught me before I fell, and Mr. Adam's kind face appeared right in front of me. But the moment he really looked at me, he couldn't believe what he was seeing.
You just look exactly like someone I knew.
Was she the woman you sculpted for the art museum? Could you please tell me who she is? He listened to my story, then said the last thing I expected. I was his long-lost daughter. The statue was my mom, but she passed away years ago. I would never meet her.
I'll be here for you, my darling.
His warm hug melted the chill in my chest. Thank goodness I still had a dad. He took me home and cared for me so gently. He told me stories about my mom, how much she loved me and her family. Through his words, I could feel just how big his love for her still was. Later, while Will and I were cleaning up the campus office, I couldn't stop rambling excitedly about my family.
I've never seen you this happy. Oh, and fun fact, your dad, Mr. Victor and Mr. Mark, were the most popular guys on campus back then. Total heartthrob trio.
I saw their old picture. They all looked like they walked straight out of a Hollywood movie. When I got home, Dad was sitting on the sofa reading the newspaper. I happily told him about everything, including the photo of him from back in the day. But the moment I mentioned the other two guys, his smile disappeared instantly.
We haven't talked in ages. Don't bring them up again.
Why did he react like that? Was there bad blood between them? My mind was buzzing with a million questions, but none I was brave enough to ask. Later that night, I went into the study to find some books. Dad had to have tons of cool art stuff, but instead I found something way more shocking. A tiny switch hidden inside the back of a cabinet. No way. Was this like those secret doors in movies? And I was right, there was a cold, empty room. Behind it, a single light shined down on a large bed in the center. A woman was lying there. Was she sick? My breath got stuck in my throat. That face. That was my mom. She was alive. But why did Dad lie to me? Why say she was gone? Suddenly, I heard footsteps. I panicked and hid in the corner. Dad walked in, sat beside her, and gently held her hand.
I'll take care of Cien. Please forgive me.
Something wasn't right. I needed answers. The next day, while he was out, I went through his stuff. I found an album full of pictures of Mom, all taken near the ocean. Maybe that was where she used to live. I didn't even think twice. I just went. It was a small coastal village. I looked around and spotted an old lady selling food by the roadside, so I walked over to ask her, "Do you know this woman?"
This is Helena. Haven't seen her in so long.
"I'm her daughter. Do you know what happened to her?" The old lady sighed, like she'd been holding a secret for years.
Helena and Victor were a gentle couple. They had a sweet little girl. But Victor was arrested for selling fake sculptures, and then Helena disappeared.
Wait, Victor? You mean he's my dad, not Adam?
Yes, Helena only had one husband, Victor.
So, Adam lied about everything. What was he hiding? I sat at the bus stop, completely drained. My phone rang. It was Will. I told him everything. Can you help me find anything about Victor's case, please?
Hey, relax. I'm with you. We'll figure this out.
Will had already dug up old articles. They all said the same thing. Victor had led a major fake sculpture scheme and was still in prison. I went to see him anyway, and the guard told me to wait. A moment later, a thin man with a warm, tired face was brought out. Was that really my dad? When he saw me, his eyes widened in pure shock.
You're my daughter.
Yes, it's me. I'm sorry I took so long to find you. He reached his hand out, wanting to touch my face, but the guard held him back.
Is your mother okay? I haven't seen her in years.
I shook my head and told him everything, every detail. As he listened, anger slowly took over his face.
I trusted him like a brother, and he betrayed me. I'm sure he set me up all those years ago.
You mean the case?
Yes, I was innocent, but every piece of evidence pointed straight at me.
But why would he do that?
Because of your mother. It was obvious he loved her more than just a friend should. He'd do anything to tear our family apart. Talk, talk, talk. Talk, talk, talk.
I felt a fire inside me. My dad had suffered all these years for a crime he didn't commit. I'll prove you're innocent, I promise. When I got home, Adam was sitting in the living room like a perfect caring dad character.
Hey, sweetheart, I waited for you so we can have dinner together.
Yeah, that warm act suddenly felt like the fakest thing on earth. I'm not hungry. I'm going to my room. I couldn't stand being under the same roof as him anymore. I had to find proof fast. I tried to remember anything connected to Dad and Adam. Yes, Mr. Mark, he had to know something. It took forever to track down his address. But when I mentioned my dad, he instantly looked nervous.
I don't know anything. Don't come looking for me again.
His eyes said liar louder than any word. Please, I just need the truth. Anything. He slammed the door, refusing to talk, but I refused to leave. I hid nearby. A little later, he slipped out and rushed to meet Adam. My instincts were right.
That girl came to me. I didn't tell her anything.
Good, here's your payment.
This is nothing. Don't treat me cheap.
You're lucky you get anything at all.
Please, imagine if people found out you were the one who ordered me to plant fake evidence in Victor's room.
So it turned out the two of them were working together to ruin my dad's life. I had recorded everything, enough to take straight to the police. Oh no.
Who's there?
I tried to run, but they grabbed me. I heard everything. I'll go straight to the police. Adam snatched my phone and tried to unlock it, but thanks to my password, the screen went. Nope.
Tell us the code.
Never.
You brat. I'm gonna shut you up.
Just as he raised his hand at me, Mr. Adams stepped in.
Don't touch her.
Have you lost your mind? She's gonna turn us in.
We've got her phone, she's got nothing on us.
The moment he loosened his grip, I sank my teeth into Mark's hand. He yelled and I dashed to grab my phone from Adam, but he hurled it straight into the river.
No proof, no case, just give it up.
I swear, you're not getting away with this. I stumbled into the river, searching, and still no phone. Staring at the quiet water, hopelessness started to sink in.
Sienna, finally, I've been looking everywhere. Your phone wouldn't connect.
I was freaking out. I collapsed into Will's arms, sobbing as I told him everything.
Hey, if the recording auto-synced to iCloud, then you still have it.
I grabbed his phone. Logging in felt like the longest minute of my life. And there it was. The audio file survived. Well, thank you. You just saved my dad. We took the evidence to the police, and finally, justice had been served. My dad's name was cleared. When he stepped out and pulled me into his arms, my tears came again. But this time they tasted like pure happiness. I brought Dad to see Mom. The moment he saw her lying there, his eyes filled up.
I'm here. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you both.
We're together again now. Mom, please wake up. We need you. Like some kind of miracle. Or maybe Mom really heard me and Dad. I saw her finger twitch just a little. I heard Adam wanted to see me. I thought about it for a long time and eventually agreed. He looked so much thinner now.
I wronged your family years ago. Your mother tried to run away from me, and that accident left her in a coma. You were separated from her because of me. I truly want to care for you now. Maybe that's the only way I can ease the guilt I've carried.
He hurt my family so much. Yet in that moment, I knew he meant it. He regretted everything. I chose to forgive him. I didn't want to spend my life carrying anger that heavy. My mom woke up and my family forgives you. I just hope you really change. When I stepped out of the detention center, Will was already waiting. The moment he saw me, he gave me the warmest smile.
Come on, your parents are waiting for us for dinner.
I slowly stepped into a pitch-black room. The only light came from a few lamps, shining right onto a painting on the wall. The woman in the painting was smiling softly, but it just made my skin crawl. She looked exactly like me. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me getting closer. Hey guys, I'm Joyce Watson, 17, living with my grandpa Ben here in Miami. My parents, I've got no idea. The only thing they left me is this necklace. Grandpa never says anything more. We're not rich, but we're happy. Or we were, until Grandpa fell and got hurt.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
It's okay, Grandpa. I can handle it.
So, to help cover our bills, I went to work as a waitress at the Great Aram, one of the fanciest 5-star hotels in town. Getting the job wasn't easy. I had to pass tests on fitness, traffic, and talking to guests. The manager, Knox, is super strict, but I did it thanks to hard work and a bit of luck.
Congrats, Joyce. You beat 50 others. You're officially part of the Grand Orem Hotel.
On my first day, I messed up big time. I spilled something on Vanessa's dress. She's a rich kid staying here.
I'm so sorry, miss. I'll clean it up right now.
Don't touch! My limited edition Dior. You'll ruin it.
Knox stepped in and helped calm things down, but after that, Vanessa and her rich clique made my life miserable.
Why is my food still not here? So slow. Why is this place still dirty? If I complain, you're done here. Can't even hold this for me.
Her friends laughed while I just swallowed it all. I needed this job too much.
So you'll clean this whole lounge before you go home.
I cleaned until midnight, all alone. Just finished this. Joyce, you got this. I knocked on the last door. No answer. I pushed it open. The room was pitch dark, but even in the shadows I could tell it was bigger and fancier than all the rest. Right in the middle hung a huge painting, displayed like it was precious. Why did that woman look so much like me? She just seemed older. Who's that? Before I could think, the footsteps got closer, louder. Who'd be here at this hour? Did I just upset? Another VIP.
Who's there?
I didn't think I just ran. I got away. But that painting haunted me. That woman had to be connected to me somehow. So I searched for any clue. The owner of the Grand Arm? No way. They say he's the strange man. Never married, no kids, lived alone with a mountain of money. On my break, I snuck into the hotel's archive room to dig for more. I searched forever until I found something. Eleanor Watson, manager of the Grand Orem, 17 years ago. My heart pounded. 17 years ago, Watson. Too many things matched. Could she be my mom?
Wow! A thief in a luxury hotel.
Vanessa screamed. I was stealing! Thank God Knox covered for me again.
I asked Joyce to get some files for me.
Vanessa looked furious but had to walk away.
I really trust your work and character. But one more mistake and you're gone clear.
Got it. Thank you.
That night, I told Grandpa everything. What I found, what I thought.
Your parents are gone. These people have nothing to do with you.
But Eleanor, she looks just like me, I think.
You're not working there anymore.
I have to find the truth. Maybe I'll find my mom. I decided to get close to the hotel's head chef. She'd been working here for over 20 years. If anyone knew something, it'd be her. The second she saw my face, she looked kind of shocked, but then snapped right back to her usual cold, strict self. No matter how much I begged, she wouldn't even glance at me.
Out of my way, kid. This kitchen's got work to do. Don't stand there being useless.
I can help. I'll wash the dishes, clean up, whatever.
Right when I was wrestling with a giant stack of dirty plates, my phone rang. It was Grandpa Holy Pickles. If he found out I was still working, I was toast.
Where are you right now?
I'm just swimming a bit to cool off. Yep.
Kid, if you can't focus, get your butt out of my kitchen.
I hung up, heart pounding. I just have to explain later. Things didn't get any easier. While I was serving food, Vanessa and her gang kept picking at me. Lucky for me, Knox always stepped in to help. He's so kind and kind of talent. Not going to lie, the old chef kept throwing more chores at me non-stop. By the end of the day, I was so wiped I could barely breathe.
Spill it. What do you really want from me?
Do you know anyone named Eleanor? She worked here 17 years ago.
I thought it was just a look-alike, but looks like you really are connected to Eleanor. She and Mr. Raymond were madly in love. Then one day, poof, Eleanor vanished. Since then, Mr. Raymond's lived alone, never loving anyone else.
my mom, and a hotel owner in love. Wait, does that mean Mr. Raymond is my dad? No freaking way. If that's true, then why am I living broke instead of in some fancy mansion? Whatever, time to risk it. I had to sneak back into that room and find out more. There had to be something in there. Maybe even Mr. Raymond himself. The room was still pitch dark, except for Eleanor's portrait, glowing like a freaking spotlight. There was no alarm last time. Seconds later, Knox burst in. He looked so shocked when he saw me.
I can't believe it. It's you this time. I can't save you, Joyce.
I tried to explain, but no, they dragged me out like a stray kitten. Just like that, I got fired on the spot. I got home. Grandpa was fuming, but before he could say a word, I cut him off.
I saw Mr. Raymond has the same necklace as Eleanor, same as mine. I know she's my mom.
He looked so stunned. At first, he refused to say anything.
I just want to know who my parents really are.
17 years ago, Raymond and Eleanor were in love. Because of his family's power games, Raymond had to leave my daughter for a while. He promised he'd come back. Eleanor was already pregnant with you. The Voss family only wanted the baby, not Eleanor as their daughter-in-law. She was so heartbroken she died right after you were born. I've hated the Voss family ever since. I never wanted you tangled up with Raymond or the Vosses.
So I lost my mom long ago, but I still have a dad. Mr. Raymond is my dad, and from what he kept in that room, I know he really loved my mom. The next few days, I tried sneaking back into the Grand Orem, but every time I made it a few steps in, they caught me and tossed me out.
Hey, don't let her in. She's a thief.
No, please. I need to see Mr. Raymond. It's important.
Guards, get her out of here.
And I was dragged out again. Was there really no way to see Mr. Raymond? Come on, Joyce. Think there has to be a way. Wait. Yes.
Knox, I need your help with something.
Thanks to Knox, I got back into the Grand Orem. I knew he'd pulled a ton of strings to get me a meeting with Mr. Raymond.
Don't worry. What I'm going to tell him is huge. He'll want to hear it. Thank you for everything.
The second Mr. Raymond saw me, he looked so shocked.
Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Joyce, Eleanor's daughter. It's really nice to meet you, Dad.
A few weeks later, the Voss family announced their new heir. This fancy event drew out every big shot in all of Miami. Right in the middle of the Grand Arms Grand Hall hung a huge painting covered with a white cloth. Everyone's eyes were glued to it. I walked in beside Knox, head held high. I belonged here now.
This place is only for the elite little country girl, like you should know her place.
Vanessa, I suggest you show some respect. Joyce is more special than you think.
Vanessa was about to flip her hair and roll her eyes. But just then, the cloth dropped. My mom's portrait glowed under the lights. So beautiful, so proud. Every single eye turned to me because I looked just like her.
After all these years, I finally found my daughter. Today, I'm proud to announce Joyce Voss as the new heir of the Grand Orem and the entire Voss family.
Vanessa's face twisted like she just swallowed a whole bucket of bugs. I just walked right past her, calm as ever, stepping up to take my new title for my father.
Don't waste my time, he. Broke nobody, hurry up and haul this stuff.
I stepped in just when Vanessa was yelling at one of the new waiters. He was apologizing over and over, but she kept snapping at him like she owned the world.
The Grand Orem doesn't serve guests who disrespect people. You're not welcome here, Vanessa.
I'm VIP.
And I'm the owner now.
Vanessa got thrown out while people around her giggled and whispered. Knox came to stand beside me. My boyfriend now. He'd been there for me when I had nothing.
Aren't you worried she'll spread rumors and mess with the hotel's name?
The Grand RM stands for real class. It doesn't bow down to arrogant bullies. I know I'll make it shine even brighter than before.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and my mom is my best friend. She's amazing. She's a doctor, and she's raising me all by herself. She gives me everything I could want and need. I want to be just like her when I grow up. Do you look up to your mom too? Please don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks! I couldn't wait for school to end. It was my birthday the next day, and Mom said that I was going to get the newest smartwatch after her shift at the hospital, a few blocks away from the mall, when her phone rang.
Dr. Johnson.
A panicky voice from the car speaker said,
Jade is giving birth right now. We're not going to make it to the hospital.
Mom quickly turned a corner. She told the man that she was on her way.
Sorry, honey. It's a good thing that we're close to their house. We can go shopping after.
I quickly nodded. My mom made another call and instructed the hospital to send an ambulance right away. Mom stopped the car and jumped out. I followed her into the house. A very pregnant woman was kneeling beside the couch, and there was a puddle of water under her legs. Mom ran over to the woman and asked her husband for some clean towels.
It's all right, Jade. I'm here, and it's time for you to push.
I watched in awe by the door. The woman was crying and pushing and screaming. Her husband was sweating and running around with a ton of towels. It was chaos. My mom was the only calm person in the room. Suddenly, I heard another sound break through the screens and pants. It was the sound of a crying baby.
She's here. Your daughter has arrived.
Mrs. Jade gasped when my mom handed her the baby. My jaw dropped when I realized that I'd just seen one being born. It was scary and incredible at the same time. The ambulance arrived a few minutes later, and my mom gently patted Jade's hand.
Everything's fine.
She added with a gentle smile.
I'll check in on you at the hospital.
We headed back to our own car. Mom said that we'd have to go home first so she could change.
Are you all right, honey? You look pale.
I guess I did. I was still in shock. You were amazing, Mom. You didn't freak out at all. That woman looked like she was in so much pain. But the moment you handed her the baby, it seemed like she forgot about everything else. My mom squeezed my hand.
That's how I felt when I gave birth to you. It's joy and pain all at once, and it's all worth it, especially if your child ends up being a wonderful daughter like you.
She added that around 250 babies are born every minute. Wow, that means that there are 250 soon-to-be mothers going into labor right now. I gasped. No wonder my mom was doing so well as an obstetrician. She delivered a new baby every few days. Mom headed for the shower as soon as we got home. While I waited for her, the phone rang. It was my dad. You're not going to believe what I saw today. And I told him about watching my mom do her work. Dad laughed and proudly proclaimed that my mom was amazing.
When your brother Josh was born, Emma was screaming and miserable too, until she held him in his arms. When can you come and visit anyway? He misses you already.
I promised that I would visit my dad and his new family soon. I loved playing with my half-brother Josh. He was so cute. My dad's wife, Emma, wasn't so bad, but it still bugged me that my parents had never married, and Emma wasn't half as amazing as my mom. After a few weeks, Mom came home looking very excited.
I got promoted. I'm going to be head of the department.
I was so happy for her, and when I found out she wasn't going to be working as much, I was so happy for me too. It meant that we could spend more time together. It was great. We had picnics and played frisbee in the front yard. I was standing by the porch when the frisbee came whizzing my way. I jumped, but I must have landed wrong. The next thing I knew, a lump appeared on my forehead.
Sarah!
Mom cried as she ran towards me. I think I hit my head on the edge of the step. It really hurts. Mom cleaned up my wound. She said it wasn't deep and I just needed to apply pressure to it. She made me some of my favorite mac and cheese and sent me to bed early that night. I remember thinking that I was the luckiest girl in the world for having such an amazing mother. But sadly, our fun times ended that day. The next few months were busy time at the hospital. Mom was rarely home. She left early and came home late. I started to complain about never seeing her anymore. She still keeps giving me gifts, but I didn't want a new camera or another new phone. I just wanted her. I couldn't talk to her anymore because she never had time for me. When I turned 14, things got even worse. Mom couldn't be with me on my birthday. I had to stay with my dad for a few days while Mom was at a conference. I could see that Emma was trying to be nice, but I didn't want her. I wanted my mom.
I made your favorite, mac and cheese.
She proudly said. I took a bite, but I spit it out immediately. Ew! This tastes gross. It's not like Mom's mac and cheese at all. Dad got mad when I said that I gave him the side eye while he and Emma played with little Josh. If he hadn't married that awful Emma, he would have married my mom, and maybe she wouldn't have to work so hard all the time. I was counting down the hours until Mom arrived to pick me up. Then the phone rang. It was Mom, but she said she was running late. I got so mad at her for making me wait again. When I get home, she said,
we'll go on a vacation, just the two of us, okay? I promise. You're gonna have a great time.
But I was sick of her promises. I don't believe you anymore. I don't care if you don't ever come home. When you're here, you don't even notice me. I wish you weren't my mother. I slammed the phone down and ran to my room. I was so mad at everyone. Dad tried to talk to me, but I didn't open the door. Finally, he left. But after an hour, he was back again.
Sarah!
He cried with a voice I'd never heard him use before.
We have to go to the hospital.
I couldn't believe my ears when he explained that Mom was in the hospital. She had gotten into a car crash just an hour ago. But I just talked to her. I cried. I was so scared the whole time in the waiting room. I was terrified for my mom. And deep down, I knew it was my fault. Mom probably got so upset after I screamed at her. That was the reason she got into a crash. I wanted to tell her that I didn't mean what I said. I wanted to tell her that I loved her so much they wouldn't even let me see her. An hour later, finally, a doctor came out and talked to us.
I'm sorry, she's in a bad way. We're doing everything we can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You have to prepare yourself for the worst.
I turned to my dad. Well, what did he mean by that? I gasped. Dad couldn't even look me in the eye. He quietly told me to pray for Mom. I couldn't take it anymore. I knew my mom was suffering, and it was all my fault. I couldn't stop the tears. I stumbled away and ran as fast as my legs could take me to the exit. Outside, I found myself by a bus stop, and I got on the first bus that passed, not caring where it took me, as long as it was far away from here. Hours passed into days. I can't remember how I got where I was. The only real thing I felt was the hard bench I slept on and the gaping hole in my chest where my heart used to be. I was to blame for everything. It hurt so much to remember the last thing I said to her. How could I be such a terrible person after everything my mom had done for me? I was just sitting and staring into space when I heard the scream. Right in front of me, sprawled on the curb, was an older girl with a bleeding forehead. I jumped up and ran over to her. Hold still. Let me check if it's deep. Thankfully, the wound was shallow. I took off my jacket and told the girl to apply pressure on it. Then I asked if there was a place where we could wash it.
I sleep in the women's shelter. It's just a few blocks away.
The shelter was a dirty place, and it was very crowded. But at least there was running water and soap in the bathroom. After a while, the girl calmed down.
Thanks, I was so scared I thought I'd split my skull open.
For the first time in a long time, I smiled. It felt nice to help someone.
Do you have a place to stay? My name is Maggie. You can stay in the shelter with me if you want.
Maggie and I became friends. She brought me to a soup kitchen where we ate a hot meal. She led me to a church basement so I could find a jacket. Maggie was nice, and for a while I forgot that I was homeless and alone. But no matter what I did, I could never forget the last words I ever spoke to my mom. I told Maggie that I ran away, but I didn't tell her why. Life went on that way for a long time. It was hard to accept my new life, but I had no other choice. The shelter was always full of girls who had run away or who were in trouble. There was a young mom named Stella who had a little boy. She said that she used to have a small apartment and that she worked 3 jobs just to pay for rent and food. But it wasn't enough. She lost her home, and now she was struggling to feed her little boy.
But no matter where we end up, as long as my baby Jasper is with me, we'll be fine.
I couldn't help but think about my mom when I looked at her. Mom worked so hard just to give me a good life. But I could see now that I was ungrateful, spoiled, and mean. If I'd been a better daughter, I would still be with her. A few months later, I noticed that Maggie had started throwing up a lot. At first, I thought she had food poisoning. It's not the food.
I think I'm pregnant.
I was shocked. Maggie was just a few years older than me. How was she going to have a baby in this situation? Poor Maggie was miserable the whole time. She was too tired and too weak to do anything. All she did was sleep while her belly grew bigger. I did everything I could just to make life easier for her, but Maggie was having a really hard time with her pregnancy. Thankfully, the shelter allowed her to stay. They told me that I could stay for as long as I liked too. But that was because I was the only one who could tie a bandage or examine the injuries of girls who just arrived. We became family, but I never really belonged there. Monsters like me don't deserve to belong anywhere. Another few months went by. Then one night, Maggie woke up everyone with her screams.
It hurts so bad.
She yelled. The other girls shrink back in fear, but I couldn't. Maggie was my friend. I held her hand while she screamed in pain. Then her water broke.
How? I think the baby is coming now.
I was terrified, but I was the only one who could help her. I asked the girls to find clean towels. As I looked at Maggie's anguished face, I remembered the other woman, Jade. My mom delivered her baby in the living room. It's all right, Maggie, I'm here, and it's time for you to push. She did, over and over again. In a matter of minutes, the baby came. I wrapped the baby in a clean towel and handed it to her. Like Jade, she forgot that she had just been screaming a few seconds ago. She forgot that she was in a shelter. She forgot that she was broke. All that mattered was that little baby in her arms. I couldn't believe what I'd just done. And I couldn't believe the transformation on Maggie's face. I was so relieved when someone said that the ambulance was here. Maggie kept insisting that I go to the hospital with her. Then the doctors checked her and the baby out. After a few moments, the doctor came to talk to me.
Maggie said that you delivered her baby. How old are you?
I told her I was only 16. To be honest, I was so scared. It happened so quickly, but now I'm just exhausted. The doctor laughed and told me that I did a good job. I felt really proud. Then I wondered if my mom would have been proud of me too if she knew. Maggie went back to the shelter a few days later. She kept thanking me, and she said she'd name the baby after me. She also went back to her parents' house. It was different now that little Sarah was here. Then, she told me that a TV news crew had interviewed her at the hospital, and that's how her parents had found her. I think that's how my dad found me too. He and Emma arrived a few days later to take me home. My dad hugged me so tightly. I wanted to tell him about everything that had happened, but no words came out. I could only cry. Emma wiped away my tears.
It's time to go home now, Sarah.
And I nodded. So we got back into the car and drove home. But after a few hours, I realized that we weren't going back to their house. We were on a long road with big longs on both sides of the street. My breath caught in my throat. It looked like we were driving to the cemetery. I can't do this right now, I said, and I began to panic. My dad was firm.
It's time to face it. You've run away long enough.
I wanted to apologize to my mom, but I didn't think I was ready to see her grave.
Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry.
Dad parked the car, and they led me towards a building. I was confused. Why was there a building in the middle of a cemetery? We walked down a series of corridors and knocked on a door. It took some time for it to open, but when it did, I gasped. Mom was inside. She was very thin, but she was alive. I'm so sorry. I gasped and I ran to hug her.
You've gotten so big. I was so worried about you. Please don't blame yourself for the accident,
Mom said, while she stroked my cheek.
A car crashed into mine while I was driving home. I can't walk anymore. But it's not your fault, Sarah.
Suddenly, Mom made a fist and banged it on the bed.
How I wish I could take care of you, but I can barely take care of myself.
I took Mom's hand. Even in her state, her main concern was taking care of me. Then everything I saw about mothers and their children flashed through my mind. Emma with Josh, Stella with her son, and even Maggie with her new daughter. Mom, it's time to go home together. You looked after me better than any mom ever could, and now it's time for me to do the same for you.